Hello, fabulous Libra. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of March 2016, Love Focus. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. This month, there is a lunar eclipse in your sign. So when this happens, it really is about you. You know, they say all your experiences in life and love, for that matter, are about you. Well, it will be crystal clear. It really is about you this month. Now, next month, there is a new moon happening in your opposite sign. I will be here to talk about it then, of course. So you are going to have new opportunities and new experiences, fresh understandings, fresh beginnings at that, in love, not that far down the road, once we get you into the early part of next month. But it is right now that we have to be a little bit mindful, because it is so much about you. It's about you being honest about what you've accepted, what you haven't wanted to look at, and where it is that your heart really lies and truly lies. So if you have been, and if you are in an established bond, you know, it's interesting, when I looked at this, I thought to myself, you know, this can play itself out in a few different ways. And one way that it certainly can play itself out is if you believe yourself to be in an established bond, but the other person doesn't view the relationship that way. Maybe they're seeing it as something casual. Maybe they're seeing that you're an amazing person and you're a really awesome friend, but they're keeping their options open, whereas you are making wedding plans. Where there is that disconnect, this lunar eclipse will make that very clear to you. It'll literally be laid out in front of you in a way that you have to address, is what happens with a lunar eclipse in your sign. If you are in an established bond that you know is awesome, right? Both of you are always, I love you, that's okay. Like, you know, it is solid, it is awesome, you're happy with this person, then this is going to be your chance to look at what expectations might be there, might not be there, any deeper layer of you needing to take ownership for the experience you're sharing with this person. But also, I look at this, and this has to do with feelings coming to the surface. And so where it is that you want change, you're not going to be able to deny that. And so where it is that you want change, but it isn't happening, this is where you're going to start to change your game plan towards making that change. Now, that could go either way, okay? So that could be something like, for example, let's say you've been with somebody for a long time, both of you love each other so much, you are really wanting to get married, the other person really is not into that. It's like, okay, you've been trying to make this happen for a whole long time. Now what? Well, you got to change things up. You got to be honest with yourself that the way things are going normally, in order to make a change, a significant change, there has to be an impetus. There has to be something to encourage that change. And this is going to be you being willing to do that, being willing to accept where this person is and understand yourself and what you need. So if it is you that really wants to be married, that's awesome. So it's about changing gears a little bit, you know, figuring out your way forward. For example, maybe I've read a lot of books that talk about, you know, take a trip, go somewhere else. And I've actually seen that work for quite a few people. Just taking a trip, moving elsewhere has a way of, you know, either the heart will grow fonder, absence makes the heart grow fonder, or out of sight, out of mind. But at least you'll know, and you'll know the truth for yourself. But it could actually go the other way as well. Like, you love this person so much, you want to be with them, you see yourself with them, and yet you're not really into the whole marriage thing, right? You're not really thinking about that. You're not really into whatever it is, right? Marriage or family, whatever the case may be for you. We all have our own pathway forward. And if you're not into the whole formality stuff of it, this is going to be your chance to get honest about that and to share that and say, okay, I love you so much, but it's up to you what you want to do, but I know who I am. I know me. But interestingly, there's an element here of change. There's an element here of being willing to see the other perspective and wanting to figure out sort of different needs and different wants, like your ideals versus tradition. So if you've been a person who's always said you're not going to have a traditional wedding, that's not what you want, You're very much an independent revolutionary spirit. You found a fellow revolutionary to come along with you. And if you're one of those people who always said no, 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 well, it might surprise you now that either you want that, maybe you secretly want that, and external pressure is coming in, so you're like using that as an excuse to have that, or maybe you actually do want that and you surprise yourself with that. These are all scenarios that can manifest for those in a happy, established bond. Those of you who are open to meeting someone new, those of you who are just getting to know someone, with this lunar eclipse, it is about, if you're just getting to know someone, getting that insight, a profound insight at that, and likely through conversation. Mercury's moving through your opposite sign. Mercury's standing across this lunar eclipse, and at the same day, almost the exact same time, Jupiter and Saturn are having a rare conversation, which has to do that. These are my ideals. This is a reality. How do I make them come together? How do I manifest the ideal? And being motivated to do so, even when there's work there to do. But Mercury's standing across this lunar eclipse. So what that means is you're getting to know somebody. This is where you want to talk and get clear on what kind of person this is. And chances are, I look at this and I think to myself, if you're just getting to know somebody, you might find that they end up talking way more than you anticipated. They end up telling you way more than you wanted to know. And that is likely to change your perception of this person. And I think it's possible for a few of you out there to say, oh my goodness, is this what I attracted into my life? This is who I have attracted. And to find yourself surprised, to find yourself taken aback. What I love about this month for you is that there is love on offer. And ultimately that love leads you back to yourself. It leads you to a truth, an emotional truth that you need to understand about who you are, what you want, and where it is that you are going, where it is that you are meant to go. With that clarity and emotional clarity, that can't help but create a powerful pathway to prepare you for greater love in your life right now and in the love that is coming up ahead.